or rappelling down a 4-story building? How do you conduct a search and rescue? You'll get a chance to learn these life-saving skills coming up this week ahead. Now, if you're watching this, you're likely among the most curious and the most informed citizens in the city. After all, you're taking time each week to actively absorb our information. First of all, thanks for that. Second, watching and reading and listening to what your local government is doing, how we're working for you, how we're trying to make this a nice place, a nice community, a safe community is important. But trying your hand at some of the things that go into all of that effort, those opportunities are very rare. This week ahead, I want to challenge you to consider taking advantage of one of those rare opportunities. On September 11th, from noon to 4, our fire department will open the training grounds to anyone interested in trying their hand at rappelling off a 4-story structure, ripping a car door off with the jaws of life, or executing search and rescue, or many other things that our firefighters train for and do on a regular basis that you don't get a chance to experience. For you, this is a perfect chance to take your engagement into local government operations to the next level. It's something that we're doing more and more, but it's still rare enough that you shouldn't waste this chance and take advantage of it now. After all, you're taking time to watch this. You clearly care. You're clearly curious. So the Citizen Fire Academy is your very next step. For more details, I spoke with our battalion chief, Glenn Hardy, on what everyone can expect, how they could sign up, and exactly why do we even bother doing things like this? Okay, let's get down to the nuts and bolts of the Citizens Fire Academy. Joining me, Battalion Chief Glenn Hardy. He's kind of taking the lead, taking the reins, trying to rally the troops to show up on September 11th. Glenn, thanks for making time for us.
Thank you for making time for us.
Okay, let's do the elevator pitch now. Let's tell everyone why they need to show up on September 11th for the Citizens Fire Academy, which is, by your account, the best 4 hours of their life, from what I understand.
Of course.
Of course. Okay, so what exactly can we expect for this 4-hour stretch?
Well, so, a reason behind an academy is a lot of it is to show people what they're getting for their tax money. That's part of it. It can be used as a recruitment tool for us, but really it's a fun event. You're going to get to do some things that you normally don't get to do around here. When's the last time you went and cut up a car with the jaws of life?
I think it was last Sunday.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Rappelling off of our 4-story tower. That's not something you get to do every day or every year. That's fun. In fact, a lot of people actually do it. They climb right up and they do it again. So it's just something you don't normally get to do. Our 90-foot aerial platform, you get to go up on that. You can see forever from up there. It's just fun things to do. And we chose those particular things that we train on, that we have the most fun with, to include in our Citizens Academy. So we want to make it as enjoyable as possible.
So who are you expecting to join you out there on September 11th from noon to 4? I mean, you're talking about rappelling off of a 4-story building. You're talking about ripping a car to pieces. Is this for adrenaline junkies? Who should take part in this?
It doesn't have to be for adrenaline junkies, because you don't have to do the activities. You could just come and watch too. So it could be for that person that wants to rappel off our building. That's awesome. You want to cut up a car, that's great. Or you can stand and watch it happen too. You don't have to get hands-on. It's about learning too. It's about seeing the different things that we do. So you can kind of make it the experience that you want it to be. And as a noon to 4 event, we don't expect you to stay for 4 hours either. We don't expect you to stay for any amount of time. It can be whatever makes it the best experience for you.
I love these kind of outreach things, lifting the veil of city government. We do so many things across the city of Minot. Of course, you are public safety, firefighting. That encompasses so much as a profession. It's more than just running into burning buildings. You have guys that dive, scuba dive. You have EMTs. There's a lot of aspects to that. So my question to you, Glenn, is, this isn't the first time we've done something like this, or this in particular. Why do we do the Citizens Fire Academy at all? What's the benefit for us?
I'll tell you one of the main benefits. A lot of times when we have people at the station here, whether we're giving them a tour or they're a guest at the station, we go through all the things that we do, the tech rescue disciplines that we have, the hazmat, the EMT, auto extrication. We show them all of our equipment and the things we do. And we hear it all the time. Man, I didn't know you did all of that. So really, this is kind of a public outreach to show people what we do. That's really what's behind it.
And that helps, I think, people understand, the nuances of the job. A lot of people really do respect the firefighters, but it's really nice to be able to show them the variety of things you have to do. So when we're trying to get people to show up to this, why should someone like me, who's just an office junkie or a jockey that sits here at a desk, what's in it for me to show up to this? Why should I go?
Come and do something different. It's things you just don't normally get to do. Secondly, when we go on these emergency calls, people generally don't get too close to that stuff. We're going to show you the things we're doing there. That's part of it too.
What are the sort of the limitations? I mean, you mentioned people could come out and they can just observe, but a lot of people are going to want to do. I know you have to be 18 years or older. What other sort of limitations should people, remember or keep in mind when they start to decide on whether they want to join us on September 11th?
Limitations. It is physical. Jaws of Life, you pick that up, it's heavy. It's like 50 pounds, and it's not just picking 50 pounds up once, it's picking it up and working with it. So there's some heavy things. Repelling is a little different. You need a little bit of agility for that. And I've said before, we're going off the top of our tower, but if someone's afraid of heights, we're going to go out the second floor window, which gets you on the ground pretty quick, just so someone can experience rappelling. So try and make it easier for some folks if they are afraid of heights, and a lot of people are. We acknowledge that. So otherwise, as far as limitations, challenge yourself. Come out and challenge yourself. It's fun. Very light atmosphere, very informal. It's meant to be fun.
Yeah, it's a great chance for people to go, maybe potential firefighters. Maybe you're 18, 19 years old, or maybe thinking of a change in career. It's a chance to go try your hand at some of the things that you get to do. Absolutely.
Citizens Academies are designed as a recruitment tool too. Come out and see what we do and see if it's a fit for you. So absolutely, there's that side of it.
What else should people know before I let you go, Glenn, about the Citizens Fire Academy coming up?
I think we've said it. It's public outreach. It's an opportunity to meet the fire department and see what we do, and it's fun. It's right there is enough reason to come out.
All right, so you're the guy that's taking all the registrations. I hope you get like hundreds of them after this.
I do too. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can sign up. You can email Glenn. That's probably the best way, most efficient way for his time and for yours. Glenn with one N. GLEN.Hardy, HARDY at minotnd.org. Glenn, thanks for having us. I hope to go out there and join you guys as well on the 11th of September. Yes. It's a Saturday. It's noon to 4. And if you want to roll your sleeves up and rappel off of the building, this is, we should probably let them know of where. Of course, this is right up the bypass, right? This is at the training grounds?
It's at our training grounds. It's right across the highway from Homesteaders Restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
See our facility there. It's right off the highway.
Right off the highway off of Burdick, for example, you can just drive right on in. Parking might be a bear, so leave some room for somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, Glenn, thanks for joining us. Thanks for doing this too. It's a really great example of how we're trying to reach our citizens more often, let them engage with what we're doing, show them how you do your job and exactly how easy it isn't in some cases, right?
Right.
A lot of training for him. All right, that's Glenn Hardy. He's a battalion chief with the Minot Fire Department. He's heading up the Citizens Fire Academy. You can sign up once again. Let me pop that up on the screen. Glenn Hardy, Glenn.Hardy at minotnd.org. That's coming up September 11th. What's the deadline, Glenn? Do you want to know a week beforehand? When do you need to know?
We're not going to set a deadline. We're not going to turn anyone away. So if you want to sign up the day of, we'll take you.
All right, perfect. We'll see everyone out there. Glenn, thanks again for your time. We'll talk again soon.
You bet. Thank you.
Yeah, our homies over at the Minot Fire Department pretty loosey-goosey on their deadlines, so you have plenty of time to consider this. We're still a couple of weeks away. Of course, talk to Glenn if you have any questions. You can message us as well if you have any questions. Now, the theme of the month has been work, and more work to our streets and sidewalks. Of course, for a full view of all the projects and the detours around the city for this week ahead, go to minotnd.org/road closures. But this week ahead, you could focus on, a lot of the same and a few more projects to add to your watch list when we talk about detours. For example, work will be starting on the 2021 concrete maintenance project, which is on 16th Street Southwest and US Highway 2 interchange. Traffic will be reduced to one lane in most parts starting on Monday. The 2021 street seal project is going on for another week. It's extending a week. Rain, of course, the past few weeks has delayed some of the wrap up of that project. Again, you can find this absolutely everywhere. The bulk of Burdick 80A project is, we're looking at a start of, September 7th. Traffic signal work and hydrant work is already under construction. You've seen some of that, or you can see some of that over on 3rd Street in Burdick. And work will continue on 31st Avenue Southwest. This will be a mill and overlay and will involve a few phases. Traffic will be shifted around over the next few weeks on 31st Avenue Southwest between 16th Street and South Broadway. Of course, we're not quite done yet. September will give us more construction gifts. Just wait and see. You want to take a peek at our whole map of things that we've done and will do, you can check that up at our interactive map at minotnd.org/projects. All right. The sun is setting sooner. The temperatures are falling and cleanup week is coming. The three things I see when the seasons shift. That's right. Fall cleanup week is now less than a month away. So it's now time to make that list of stuff you can reuse or resell and then plan to set out the rest of it right on the curb. Bulk collection coming right to your home one of those days in that week of September 20th to the 24th. The rules are all the same. We've covered this in previous This Week's Ahead with 5 things you need to know about Cleanup Week. You can go ahead and search for that on our social media pages. Most notably, you will need to mark your calendars for September 20th to the 24th. You want to make sure you head to our website. Right on the main page, you can get a collection date map so you know which day your collection is. And of course, do not forget for the ever so important household hazardous waste collection at Public Works as well. That will be that same weekend, the Friday, Saturday of Cleanup Week. So September 24th and the 25th. Okay, that's going to do it for me on This Week Ahead. I do want to give you a little precursor to what you can expect next week. The council president, Alderwoman Lisa Olson, will join me and break down her council budget message for the 2022 budget. She is gone through and redlined some things that was in the preliminary budget. We will talk to her about the things that she liked and maybe the things that she's hoping that the council changes. That's coming up on our next This Week Ahead. That'll do it for me on This Week Ahead. Make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms at City of Minot. Of course, if you don't already subscribe to our newsletter, do that at minotnd.org/the latest. And of course, as always, enjoy This Week Ahead.